Hello and welcome to this edition of the SFG Top Performance Podcast, Feed and Grain today. I'll take care of the grain side first, then I'll turn it over to Mike, and they'll take care of the feed information that's up to date. We haven't visited for probably 6 weeks. Been busy in the fields. A lot of field work has taken place. Planting in the immediate area is pretty well done. We'll go to the south, southern two tiers of the county. There's still a fair amount to go. They've been busy taking care of their cows, and I don't blame them for that. That cattle thing's really good right now, and they're definitely worth taking care of. But it appears that volatility has become the catchword or catchphrase for the grain market, and it probably will continue to be that way for a long time, maybe forever, who knows. But the days of just minimal moves in the board are few and far between. It seems like we want to go up 10, go down 20, back and forth, almost daily, definitely weekly. The soy complex has been a perfect example of late of what is going on. We had record crush margins for some time. That drove the basis levels higher than normal and also pushed the board price up, along with some good export news for a while. And then suddenly the crush margins have backed off as the product margins or the product prices have come down on both soy oil and bean meal of recently. So that's affecting some plants. Suddenly they've got some commercial supplies coming in, so their basis levels have leveled off and not quite as extreme as they were. Export sales, we like I said, we went along and done pretty well on the bean for quite a while. Now we're dealing with the record harvest of Brazilian beans, and there's even some of them coming into this country right now. They don't have storage; they got to get rid of them, so their price is well below ours, and it's attracted the southeast United States to bringing beans in, which every year they bring some in. It's nothing new, but this year there might be a few more than normal come in. Planting season has been good. Nationwide, we're on target to be ahead of schedule yet this coming week when the new report comes out. Even the northern plains have been able to get some crop in the ground. And a lot of us thought that might not happen this year at all, but suddenly Mother Nature opened up the window and things are going on. It's kind of interesting. This past week I noticed that some forecasters are saying there's an 80% chance that we'll have an El Nino event this summer that will take us into the fall, and of course that's hot and dry, and that could have an effect. If you look at the futures markets, there's really not any weather premium built in at this time. Matter of fact, look at the funds report on the corn. They went from about 150 long to 120, 30,000 short in the last 6 weeks. Pretty dramatic switch there as they took the premium risk out of the market. Beans, we were probably 120,000 long on bean contracts, and this past week we're down in the 50-some thousand. So they've backed out of the markets. The plus side of that would be if some of this weather issues start taking place, there's plenty of growth available there. That money will come back in a hurry, and that's what we got to watch for, opportunities. Today, corn local, new crop, sub $5, beans sub 12. I think if you look at your balance sheet, for the most of us, that's below cost of production, so it's kind of hard to get real enthused about selling. The trick will be knowing when that opportunity, because it's probably not going to hit us upside the face. Maybe we get back in that 530, 550 range on some new crop corn. That should probably be a sell point and get started at least, and hope we can work ourselves back up out of this. Beans, I think there's strong support where we're at right now. That doesn't say we're at the bottom necessarily, but I think there's probably a chance we'll see some improvement there also. There was a new crop, new crop sale this morning, short 5 million bushel of beans, so that was good news. We hadn't seen one for a couple of weeks. On the corn side, there's been, China's backed out of about 30% of the corn they had bought earlier. Of course, they're looking to buy Brazilian second crop safrinha corn at a lesser price here in a couple months down the road. So that's nothing new again. It's just we allow them to do it. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mike, and he's got a guest with him today, and we'll hear some feed stuff.
Okay, thanks, Mark. This morning I got with me as a guest Ed Pilch, who's the Hubbard Feed account manager that works with us on the feed side and helps with producers in cattle feeders and diets and so forth. And I want Ed to talk about Hubbard's Blueprint mineral and address some of the features of it and how it can be a benefit to you. So Ed, if you would do that at this time.
Sure. Thanks, Mike. I guess to kind of bring you up to speed or where we're at on Blueprint, Blueprint is getting to be our #1 seller, our Blueprint line. It's the most transparent line in the market today, meaning that everything that's on the tag, there's no misleading information like some tags are, where you don't know what percentage of the trace minerals are replaced with organic trace minerals. Ours are 100% organic trace minerals. So if it says zinc perthionate, it's 100% organic zinc that's in our product. The other 3 elements that are also organic are the copper, the cobalt, and the manganese. And then I guess the icing on the cake, so to speak, is it's 100% organic selenium. What does that mean? It means that everything that you're getting is just like what the animal would be eating if they're eating forage that out on the pasture. It's already in that stage where they can digest it and utilize it. What we've seen from that is we're seeing conception rates on average improve almost 3%. We're seeing calf weights at weaning without creep feed, side-by-side comparisons of 24-pound heavier calf weights at weaning. We're also seeing pre-weaning death loss, which I think what we're seeing is a result of a healthier, better calf being born, and the colostrum quality and quantity that cow gives to that calf being better. So we're seeing a reduction in pre-weaning death loss by about 2%. The mineral is available with many options. We've got the aureomycin, which would be for anaplasmosis. We've got biomass for calving, which will help with scours prevention in that calving period. We have it with garlic, we have it with Alticid, we have it with Clarifly. And just last year, we introduced a Blueprint shade mineral, we call it, and it's got capsaicin in it. So those producers that want to feed capsaicin to reduce body temperature in their cattle, especially on fescue pastures, we've also got that available today. And then we've got the combinations of the aureomycin and the fly control that also go with it. What's unique about the mineral too is when you open up a bag, it's blue. We dye the salt blue. It's just kind of a marketing thing, but it's a coarse blue salt, and it's coarse dical, coarse limestone, which makes it, to take a little bit of marketing from a competitor, it makes it windproof because of the coarseness, and it's also a weatherproof mineral. So we've got raincoat on it, so you don't have to worry about it caking up in the feeders. So, in a nutshell, that's our direction we're going. It's good for the animal. It's good for you because of the return you're going to get from it, and it's good for the market or the environment because mineral that is oxides, sulfates, sulfites do not get used by the animal as efficiently, and it ends up in the soil, so it costs you money, and it also brings those levels up in the soil that we don't necessarily need. So that's kind of Blueprint in a nutshell. That's the direction we're kind of going as a company, both with mineral, our feed programs, our milk replacer programs, just pretty much all species, not just beef. So with that, I will turn it back over to Mike.
Okay. Thanks, Ed. One thing I'll add to that is we do have the Blueprint Fescue, which is Alltech's FEB 200, which is actually a fescue binder that'll bind up the endophyte and remove it from the cow. So you probably heard me preach before, but if you're fighting issues with fescue, why you just will get something that'll actually bind it up and remove it from the cow. So Blueprint mineral sales have been good. They continue to grow daily, weekly, and monthly. And I'd sure like the opportunity to talk to you about the program. We're at this time of year. 3 weeks ago, we should have started on fly stuff. So get a hold of me and let's get the options set up what you need for your farm, and we can still get what you need. So give us a call. Don't forget to talk to your mothers and wish them Happy Mother's Day Sunday. And May is beef month, so I just want to personally thank all the beef producers for their hard work, for giving us a quality product that we can enjoy at the dinner table, and we appreciate that. Thank you for everything that you do, because you put in a lot of hard work and a lot of hours and fight all the elements. So that effort is very much appreciated. So again, thank you for your business, and give us a call at your convenience. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike and Ed. Appreciate all the good information you give us this morning. This wraps up this edition of the SFG Top Performance Podcast. Check back with us in a couple weeks. We'll have another one. Thank you.